Generic greetings and welcome to Slice and Dice. Today's beverage is a very nice hearty and warming Bovril because it's currently snowing outside and only 1 degree C. Either way, welcome, I guess, back to Slice and Dice because I have played and displayed this on the channel in the past, although that was quite a while ago now, and also that was just a demo, so not wholly representative of the full game. This is the full game, and essentially, if you're not aware of the gameplay, it's basically a dice-based roguelike. So you have 5 characters, each of which carries a dice, in this case, a 6-sided dice, a d6, and on each of the faces could be different symbols like attack, defense, certain abilities, and you have to use whatever you roll, the different feats and equipment these characters have in order to defeat the opponents, get to wave 20, and then, you know, beat the boss. I think there'll be, well, there are other modes as well. I don't know if there's an endless mode, but currently unlocked is classic and apparently something called crappy, but yeah, and lots of locked ones. Incidentally, just a couple of things. This is actually the Android version that you're seeing, because that is the way I tend to play this on my tablet. I think it's one of the few games that is better on tablet is on desktop, but your mileage obviously may vary, and I've been putting a lot of time into it on, like, say, on Android devices and on my tablet, and, well, I was going to pick it up just for the sake of this video for PC, but then I realised you can download the official Google Play Games app and play any compatible game that you own on that on PC, which I thought was brilliant, so I thought, well, why not take advantage of that? So the controls might be a little bit different to what you may experience on PC, but the gameplay is the same. Incidentally, although your purchases carry over as well, and sorry, I say purchases purchase, it's a buy once, buy right type of thing. There's no microtransactions, just for the sake of clarity. Although that does carry over, so you don't have to buy it again. Your progress doesn't, which is strange, but either way, enough ramble. Let's just jump in and I'll show you a little bit of it, because like I say, I've been very much enjoying this and putting a lot of time into it. Let's just go to normal mode here, and you get a number of characters, and they're sort of pseudo-random, and you unlock different characters, obviously, as you progress on and go through the game. So we've got currently a fighter, and you can look at this. So they've got 5 health, and it shows you the dice. So you've got, like, say, there you've got, say, like, it looks like 4 sort of swords, and the little line next to it indicates how much damage it is. So we've got 2 of them, which cause 2 damage, 2 of them on the top and bottom, which cause 1 damage, and then we've got shields, which is on the right. It'll come clear later on. We've got lazy, who is quite lazy, and these crosses indicate that basically nothing happens if you roll that. You've got a scoundrel, you've got the defender, and then you've got buckle, which has... That's an interesting symbol. What's that? Shield 4. Okay, times 2 if I have full HP. Interesting. Like I say, all of the characters have different sort of dice configurations. Some of them have different abilities and symbols. This is like this, because the progress hasn't transferred over. This is like the very first game I've had on PC. But anyway, we can see the enemies on the right. So we've got a rat, 2 archers, and another rat. So I can't target the archers because they are behind the rats. You can see because they sort of step back unless I've got a ranged ability. And it shows you again what they're going to do. So they've rolled this, which is 2 damage range, and it shows you what they're targeting. So they're targeting lazy, because it's a line here. And we can see the health of the characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pips for the fighter. If they're in yellow, that means that's the damage they're going to take. If the portrait goes red, it means basically they're going to die. This is what I've rolled in the middle. So... the fighter has rolled 2 swords, which is pretty much the best they're going to roll when it comes to attacking. So I'm going to select that, so we'll lock that dice in. The who is this from? This is from the defender, and they've rolled 3 shields, which is, again, the best they're going to roll. So I'm going to keep that. But I do have rerolls, so I'm going to reroll these dice because I've rolled nothing there. There's another 3 damage, so I'm going to pick up that one there, and then reroll the final ones, and, well, we've got buckle, which is this... what's this we've rolled? It is 2 damage heavy. Heavy target must have the most HP. So yeah, I've rolled that. And yeah, basically, Scoundrel, they're fairly rubbish. They've only got this ability to target all enemies around them, and they've got like this sort of scythe thing, which is 1 damage vulnerable. Target takes 1 extra damage, and then the rest of them is just pathetic. As I said, as you play through the game, you'll unlock loads of different characters, you'll meet different enemies, you get loads of equipment, different abilities, etc. Some of the characters are more balanced than others. I say balanced, like there was one character, I can't remember what they're called, but they actually summon skeletons in if they roll a certain symbol, which is, yeah, annoying. Anyway, so I want to defeat the rats and the archers here. This is first turn, so I'm not really too bothered. So I'm going to use the lazy dice, and then I can select one of these rats. I'm going to say, what are they targeting? This guy's targeting, we've got 2 people targeting the lazy, so I'm going to take out the rat that's targeting lazy. So there we go, that's now taken out, and we can see that their potential damage has now gone down. We also now have the rat, and yeah, we can't really target the archers. Buckle will have to target the rat, so we'll do that, and then sadly, we'll have a bit of damage wasted here, but there's the other rat gone, and then finally we can see the archers are attacking Lazy and the Scoundrel. Now, the Scoundrel's got more health, so I'm going to use my Defender here to defend Lazy, so we'll put 3 defense on them, or 3 armor, and then we'll end the turn, and then the shots come in, and there you go. So basically, we've taken 2 damage on the Scoundrel. That's pretty much it. But like I say, this is the first wave, so I'm not really too worried. And you know what? That'll do. I'm just going to pick those 2 because they only take 2 damage, these guys. I'm just going to keep re-rolling, and there you go. So Archer goes down, and then the other Archer goes down, and then that's it. Like I say, it's the first wave. So fight 2 of 20 now. We've got a Goblin, an Archer, and another Goblin. However, we can now upgrade one of our characters. So we can change the Scoundrel for a Ranger. They are level 2 with 7 health, and we can see there, again, their different abilities. So we've got Range there, which is +1 damage, range, and cleave. Also hits both sides of the target. Pretty good. So if I was to keep the Scoundrel, I could either keep the Scoundrel with this, or I could go with a Ranger, which is much better. Or I can swap Buckle for the Monk, and the Monk is pretty good. They're a bit more faffy than Buckle, and faffy is the technical term because they have abilities like this redirect. So you will target someone else, and all of the attacks from them will go on to the Monk, and then you also gain shield, in this case of 3. You also have this shield 1, and it basically knocks damage back. I'm going to go with the Ranger because it's just like the easier one to pick, and we'll say yes. So there we go, we've swapped out to a Ranger now. Okay, so we will click continue, and then the enemy's going to roll, and we can see what they've got. So I know from experience that this is like a area effect one. You can click on there and see 1 damage cleave. Also hits both sides of the target. Now I also know that goblins are scared. Flees if alone. So if I take out a goblin and an archer, the other goblin will run away. So how am I going to do that? Well, I've just rolled this dice here from the Ranger. This is... If we check out, put that back, there we go. It is engaged, ×2 of the target's full HP. Well, we can target the archer because it's ranged, so we're going to pick that up. We're also going to pick up Lazy. We'll probably pick that up as well, why not? I'm going to re-roll the rest of them for now. That was a mistake. I'm going to have to re-roll again, and, well, that's all I can pick. You only get 2 re-rolls by default. Some of the characters can give you extra ones, and there's different abilities that'll sort of boost that up. So first things first, I'm taking out the archer. There's just take the archer out. It's just the way to go. And to be honest, I'm messing around here. I can just take one goblin out, and the other one runs away because there's only 1 goblin left. So there we go. That's it, done. And we just got an Alpha Strike achievement, and that unlocks, like I say, different things. So fight 3 of 20, we've got a boar, a wolf, and a rat. And then we've got an item. So we've got Bark Skin, which is immune to shields, but gives you 2 HP. Or we've got change the 2 left sides to cancel what's on the left, but +1 in the middle. So if I put that on the fighter, we'd get rid of this, but this one would become 3 pips, 3 damage. No. And no. So I don't want any of those. I'm going to go for random items, so we'll say yes. And it is Wolf Ears, set HP to 6. I mean, that's not great, but it is more than the fighter has. So we might as well put it on the fighter. Each character has 2 slots for their items, so one top, one the bottom. I don't know if we'll see spells in this, but all of your spells and abilities go on the bottom. But anyway, let's go to continue here. So let's see what they're going to roll. So it is a bit of a... What's that one? It's a... yeah... It's a bit of a damage, 2 damage on the top and bottom, then it's 1 damage to these 3 characters, and then the rat is just 2 damage up the top there. Okay, so what we're going to do here, well, fighters roll 2 damage, we might as well pick that one up. We've got 2 damage for Buckle, and that's not terrible, but it is heavy. Which means you'll have to target the boar. Go on, I'll pick that one up. I think we're going to go for defense on the defender. This one here is... it's only 1 damage, but it's ranged, so and it's also cleave, so I'll get all 3. So I'm going to pick that one up, and then I'm going to re-roll Lazy's, and I'll thank them for anything they can roll. That's actually pretty good. So Ranger will attack like so, and then we're going to go with the fighter on the rat just to take them out. I think it's always best just to take things out where possible. And then Buckle will have to target the boar because that's a heavy weapon. Must target the most HP. Instantly, the boar It has this sort of eye ability. It must be removed individually. So if you cause 1,000,000 damage to it, it just stops there, I believe. But anyway, we'll hit the bar, and then they're hitting us back for a little bit of damage. So I'm going to stop 3 damage on Buckle, then 2 damage on the Fighter. So we're going to get 1 damage on Ranger, 1 damage on the Defender, and we'll let it end the turn there. Obviously, we're just versing like boars and wolves, but there's all sorts of different enemies. You've got spiders and demons and trolls and all manner of weird and wonderful creatures. That's 2 damage range. I could re-roll that, but 2 damage isn't terrible. I'll pick that up. We'll re-roll the rest of it because why not? We'll pick up that one, and then hopefully we'll go something. Yes, lazy's very, very, very lazy. So I probably can. Can I take the wolf out? Well, I'm going to hit the wolf there. I'm actually going to take the wolf out completely. There we go. Wolf's now gone. And then this guy is attacking the Fighter and Buckle. I'm going to just defend... I'm going to defend the Fighter, why not? And then we'll end the turn there. And then a bit of damage. So Boar's now going to roll... What's that? Ooh, is that 4 damage? It is on Buckle. So Buckle, you can see their portrait has gone red. They are going to perish. So we need to do as much damage as possible. I think that will do it, actually. But let's just keep rolling there. Yeah, that'll be fine. So 1... 2. You can see it says end turn, and there's a sort of red skull that indicates that if we end the turn, yeah, Buckle's going to die. And you've got unlimited undos in this mode until you've ended your turn. But there we go, Boar's now gone, and then that will say upgrade up. We're fighting a troll now, which has regeneration, I believe. We regenerate 1 health at the end of each turn. Very, very readable, I find. So like their abilities all show here. It shows you how much health they've got, you know, what wave it is, and what's on the dice, which, like I say, you can select as well. I say controls may be slightly different across the platforms, but gameplay should be the same. So we'll upgrade, and it's saying either upgrade Buckle to a Warden, which could be quite good because it will remove these X's. So we've always got either some defense or a bit of attack, or the Fighter, which, to be fair, I'm quite enjoying the Fighter. That's Whirl, though. Level 2, 8 health, and they have area effect. Area effect, it's all cleave, basically. I'm going to go with the Warden, however. And we'll say yes, and then we will continue. So Troll is going to go for a hit of 3 across the middle, and there's 2 range damage. I might as well take that one. Let's do a re-roll here. We'll pick up that for lazy because we're not going to roll any better. What about this guy? That's not ideal. It's still 2 damage. I'll pick that one up, and I'm going to risk it for a re-roll because there's no chance of me getting any zeros, but well, there you go. So let's just put damage out. So there's all the damage, and there we go. So we've over half healthed it, and then they're just going to hit across the board. So we're just going to defend. No, we're not going to defend lazy because they're probably the worst character here. Probably the Ranger, and yes, then we'll end the turn. I should point out that you lose health, but at the end of the fight, oh, that's poison. So it's 1 damage poison. So you can see it's 1 damage, and then it's gone green for poison. Yeah. Right, I'm not going to go for any defense on this one. Poison is just damage at the end of every turn. After attacks, by the way, as well. So sometimes fire and poison, they do it before the attacks. This is after the fact. Let's re-roll that one there. And 3 damage, I'm definitely picking that up. And then we'll re-roll this one, hope for a bit of luck. And it's not terrible. I think we might get to kill off this. Will we be lucky? We will be lucky. And there we go. Troll is now gone. So, now, goblins, militia, and a goblin. Militia, I believe, well, the goblin we've already seen before, 5 health, and if they're on their own, they run off. The militia, I believe, is similar, that if someone gets over 5 armor that they're targeting, they flee. But we're going to say, let's pick this one up, and choose an item. So we've got Citrine Ring and Rejuvenation Wand. The Rejuvenation Wand, replace the top and bottom sides with Heal 10 single use. So if I was to put it on, say, the Fighter, this one pip attack will go to 10 heal, which is really, really good. Yeah, that is pretty good. However, I'm not really too sure I want that on any of these characters. If I was to put it on one of these other guys, I could put it on. Maybe I'm going to go with the ring, and then I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put that on, say, the wardens. Then we've effectively got a decent amount of defense across the board there. I would like something a bit more funky, but like I say, this is very early on in the ecosystem of the game because of, like I say, progress and such. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to go immediately with 4 defense, 3 defense, and then area effect, because I should be able to get that militia to run off now. And that was a poor roll. Let's re-roll that one, and it was even worse. So the militia is targeting lazy. So if I go with 4 defense and then an extra defense, the militia's going to run off. Now that is a little bit of a waste, admittedly, because you know they were targeting the thing that, you know, I could have been maybe defending the fighter, but just removing them from the board I just find is useful. So we're going to attack that goblin, and then we're going to attack the same goblin, and then the fighter's going to take 4 damage, ranger 1, defender 1, end turn. Okay, so we've got oh, what's that symbol mean? That is, what is that one? That is eliminate. Target must have the least amount of HP, so they're targeting the least amount, and this guy's just doing 4. Right, so we've got 3 damage. That can kill this goblin, so we'll pick that up. We've got 3 defense, so I can defend against, they're targeting the defender, and then we'll re-roll the rest of them. And, go on, I'll risk it. And, yeah, didn't work out at all, did it? Right, so we'll do that one, we'll do that one. Bit of a good economy there. The other one run, just to be fair, I should have calculated that. As soon as you defeat the last, second to last goblin, the other one just runs off, which is exactly what happened. Right, we'll level up, and we've now got a berserker or a soldier, and well, truth be told, I'm enjoying the fighter, but lazy, I'm not enjoying their presence, so we're going to pick the soldier, and there we go. Let's see, anything in the inventory? No. So we've got slate and we've got a snake. Snake is just, they cause damage, and it's also a lot of poison. Slate is just a brute. Look at the damage, 7 damage, 7 damage, 2 damage to all enemies, but their health must be taken individually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. You're going to have to hit them 5 times. Okay, continue. So hitting for 7 on the soldier. Don't think I can actually even defend against that. Right, I'm going to pick up that for a start on the ranger. And let's see. That's not terrible on the defender. That's alright. That's alright. I'll pick that one up. I'm going to re-roll the rest of it. We'll risk it for a little bit. We'll go for that one. In fact, you know what? I'll just pick all that one up. I think that's going to be fine. And I'm going to go with a bit of damage, and then we'll take the snake out. So snake's gone. So that's all good. You say defend the soldier. They're only going to take 2 damage. I know it's a big hit, but let's see, we've got the shields to deal with that one. And then there's even more damage on the defender this time. And, well, if there's any... well, that's 3 damage. We're picking that up. None that matters, actually, because we need to cause 1, 2, 3... Oh, we can kill them. We can actually take them out in this go, because we only need to cause 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. So it wasn't about the amount of damage you have, it's just, you know, we just need to hit them 4 times, and we got 4 amount of attacks. So we've got choose an item, fangs or a magnet. I don't know if those work. Fangs, add a self-heal to the left side, heal a self for N. And a magnet, add warm to the 2 right sides. Warm is 2 times targets with shields. I don't really see them with shields. I'm going to go with fangs. And what should we put that on? I'm going to put that on maybe the ranger. It's only 1 in 6 chance of us rolling it, so I'm going to put on the soldier, because why not? And then we've got ogre, a barrel, and an ogre. The barrel, yes, it does explode when you destroy it. It can only roll across, so can't do anything. So my instinct is to immediately go for the barrel, although there is a nice... Yeah, area effect, that's 3 damage. That's the most damage they can do. Yeah, I'm going to try and destroy the barrel, so I need good damage, and that will destroy the barrel, I think, and there's a cross. So do that, and finally that, and bang, there we go. So they've taken... It might not have been amazing in terms of, you know, us taking damage, because the amount of damage we're taking is, yeah, a lot. There we go. But barrel's gone, ogres are only on 4 health. There is a symbol that they've got here, which is 1 pip to all sides this fight. Alright, so we need to take them off there. There is 2 damage. I'll pick that up. There's a 3 shield and 3 shield, because loads of people are getting killed here. You know what? I might just try and defeat the... might just try and defeat one of these guys. I'm going to do that and re-roll the rest. It's going hopefully good. Yeah, that's some good. So I can definitely take out one ogre, and I'm going to risk re-rolling those. This might be a mistake. Okay, we'll see. So I can go 2 damage and 2 damage, and that means only these guys are going to be taken out, but I can go defense and defense. So there we go. We're not going to be taken out, and they're now on. Sadly, because I've done that, they're going to get an extra dice, and they're going to kill the fighter. Okay, this is where we have to gamble it. So if the fighter dies, they're not like dead and they won't ever come back. It's just at the end of the fight they'll come back, and they'll come back on half health, which I don't really want. So I can either attack them now, knowing that the fighter will die, or I can not attack them and then do a full health strike next time. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So the fighter takes a bit of damage. There you go. And now they're going to do, well, a lot of damage. But I need to cause... How much damage do we need to cause? Well, I need to cause 4, and I've already rolled 4. So I might as well just go for that. Bit of a reroll there. So it is bit of damage, and there you go. So sometimes it is worth just skipping over to the next time and then seeing how you get on. So fight 8 of 20, it's Agnes, Cynthia, and Margaret. They have this Y ability, 2 damage to the bottommost enemy. Okay. Alright, middle, and then that'll be top on it, yes. And they've got lots of summons and such. Okay, we will level up. We can either go for an armourer in terms of the defender, or a gladiator in replace of the fighter. Now, the fighter is starting to become a little bit sort of weak in a couple of places. The armourer, though. Armourer's pretty good. I like the gladiator, though, because it's engaged 2 times versus targets with full health. I'm going to go with the gladiator. It just feels like it's the time to swap the fighter out. This here is, well... It's a wolfie, and it sets their HP to 6, so it's pretty much useless. As far as I can tell, you can't sell items in the game. There's no like shop or anything like that. But let's continue, and we'll see what they have rolled. So we've got a summons, we've got a broomstick, which is going to hit for, what was that, 7 damage, and then 3 damage across the board. But no one's going to get killed this time. Gladiator's not getting hit. Gonna go with area effect across the board. Why would we not do that? I'm gonna re-roll the rest of them. Again, this could be a little bit of a risky proposition, but that's worked out very well because we can do a lot of damage there. And how much have we got here? Bit of a shield. Basically, they can't roll any worse than that, so I might as well re-roll it, and there we go. So, who do I want to take out first? Well, Cynthia's a tank for a lot of damage, but this person's they're gonna summon. Can I take them out in this go? Only 3 health left. Yes, we can. Okay, so I've taken a bit of damage on the gladiator, but that's fine because, you know, they weren't being attacked anyway. I'll do area effect across the board. I'll do defense on the warden, and then I'm going to go for maybe Cynthia, and then we'll end the turn there. So, again, a nice opening attack there, taking out one of the characters straight away. Okay, so another 7 damage attack on the defender, and then we've also got this poisoned apple type thing, which is 2 damage and then poison. I think I can take at least one of these characters out. So let's see. Might as well do that one. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take out, I think, Cynthia. And then I don't think I'll be able to stop the other character, but there you go. I mean, we've only taken a little bit of damage. We now have 2 poison on the soldiers, so we have got a certain amount of time left on them. But we only need to cause... Oh, right. We only need to cause some amount of damage. And, well, we didn't roll any there, so I'll have to re-roll that one. And, oh, this is poor. This is very poor. We might have got away with it. I think we've just got away with it. Yes, we have. Okay. So, the next one is the Hissing Ring. Replace the middle side with 2 damage poison. Very good. Or the Demon Eye. Add pain plus 2 pips to the left side. Pain is take N damage. So basically, if we put it on this guy, it's 2 damage. If we attack with that Demon Eye, we'll take 2 damage back. unless the person we're attacking has got full health, in which case we do 4 damage and we'd probably take 4 damage back as well. We're versing a Ghost, a Fanatic, and a Sniper. The Fanatic I really don't like. They're quite annoying because, well, basically whatever damage they've got loads of damage, but they take pain. So you have to either destroy them very early, or whether the attacks Ghosts are become immune to damage this turn. Yeah, they do bleeding, poison, all sorts of nonsense. If I was to replace the center with some sort of poison, I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to pick up the Hissing Ring. I'm going to put that on the... I'm going to put it on the Ranger of all people. There we go. And then we'll continue. This is wave 9 of 20, so I always say in a lot of roguelikes, if you get halfway, you can probably class that as okay. Oh, so the Ranger's going to die this turn. I'm going to pick up the Ranged, and then pick up... what else? What else from here? None of them, actually. I'm going to re-roll them. And that's good. That's alright. Those are poor. I'm going to re-roll those. And it was even worse. So, I'm going to hit the Sniper. I'm not going to kill them, sadly. And then I'm going to hit the Ghost. And then we're going to hit the Fanatic. And then I'm going to defend the Ranger. And sadly the Ranger's going down regardless of what happens here. But I can definitely hit the Fanatic a lot and then end that. And we'll get to see how the whole respawn thing works. So, Ranger's gone. So there you go. Like I said, they're not permanently gone. They will come back eventually. So the Fanatic is sadly 1 health from dying. We can defend the Defender with the Defender. We can probably get something better with these ones. I'm going to re-roll those. I want Ranged. I'm looking for Ranged. Although, we can't have Ranged because the range is gone. So I guess that'll have to do. I'll re-roll that one. Hopefully damage? No. Okay, so I'm going to go with take the Ghost out. That's just the easy option. We'll go with Defender on the Defender. We'll go with more defense on the Defender. And then we'll hit the Fanatic. And then the Fanatic is going to take themselves out because that's what they do. And then there's Sniper just left. So they're now trying to run away. So Sniper is trying to flee. Trying to let them escape. You can say no and fight them. You can say yes, they'll run away. I like the way it's just got a question mark. Click on that. Enemies will try to flee if they think the fight is hopeless. There is no gameplay benefit either way. So yes. So you might as well let them flee. Okay, Slimer and Spiker. Let's go for another character. And we've been offered a level up for the Defender. It's either a Guardian or the Monk. The Guardian has these shields, which is... yeah, they're pretty good. ×2 versus targets with full HP. By the way, I should point out that the range is now back, but they've taken half health off them, so we'll have to heal them up, although I don't think we've actually got any characters that can heal. I'm going to go with the Monk because I do quite like the character, and let's continue on that one. So this is wave 10. If we get past this, I think we class that as a success, and oh, okay, look, that's a lot of damage. So that's a lot of damage coming the Ranger's way. I think the Ranger's gone either way. I might just say, you know what, let's just sacrifice him. It's job done. Okay. So, I'm going to pick up the Poison Blade. I'm going to pick up the 3 damage. I'm going to pick up this 1 damage Engage, which means it'll be 2 damage if they're fresh. I'm going to pick up this other one, which is Shield and Repel. So it gives them shields, and then you do attacks back to the ones that are attacking them, and guess what? They're all attacking. And then finally the Warden, which I can't really roll any better. So that was as good as I'm going to roll, really. Now, I can probably take out the Slimer, although do I want to take out Spiker first? Problem with Spiker is when you hit them, you take 2 damage. First things first, I'm going to say both of them take a damage, so we'll use that ability there. So that's like that shield thing that they've got. So yeah, and so both of them have taken a bit of damage. The Slimer, by the way, this plus here indicates that they will spawn something, a Slimelet, when they get to that. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health. Can I undo that? I can cause how much there? I can cause some damage there. A bit there. That's 4 damage. Then I can actually take them out. So I think it is worthy to take them out, and I'm still going to lose the Ranger, but taking that character out, I think is worth it. Although, you know what? I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to put Poison on the Spiker because we'll slowly weather them down. And I'm not going to save Ranger anyway, so I think that's probably a little bit of better economy, because if we do get an area effect like the Monk thing again with the Slimer, we only need to do 1 damage anyway, so that's fine. And we'll go with that one, re-roll that. Hopefully the Monk is going to roll. So the Monk has got this thing here, so we gain ourselves shield. If we use that on ourselves, shield 3, and then you can use it on other characters, so it redirects the attack. But I'm hopefully going to get a shield. Didn't get a shield. Okay. Shouldn't matter, though, because Slime that's now gone. Slimer's now gone. Defend myself, and then hit Spiker, and then end the turn. So we've still lost one of the characters. The Ranger's still on the bench, but the rest of them are all right. And you only need to cause... That'll be fine. There you go. So they're now gone, and then we get the character back again, range on half health. Oh, we got Imp, Bones, Fanatic, Bones, and Imps. What ability have we got here? We've got a mini crossbow. Replace the top side with +2 damage range. That's not bad. A cracked wheel. Add sticky to all sides, which is +1 reroll. Cannot be rerolled. So we get a reroll, but we can't reroll. Okay, if I was to put that crossbow on someone, who would I put that on? Put on the Warden, it would be the same amount of damage. I mean, I'm tempted to put the mini crossbow on someone like the Soldier. I'm picking up the mini crossbow, and I'm going to put it on the Soldier. Just give us a little bit of extra range. There we go. And let's continue. So the Imp, they have on hit damage the attacker for 1. The Bones, if you destroy the Bones, +1 damage to everybody around them. So immediately, I can see I've got this this 2 damage engage weapon, which is 4 damage for fresh things. So I'm going to pick that one. Looks like the Imp is going to kill themselves. Don't know what's going on there. We're going to pick up the Monk's ability for redirect, and then we're going to pick up the defense. And I think I'm going to reroll the other 2. We've got Air Effect, definitely picking that up, and then we've got Shields, which is only 2, so it's the worst it could be, and there we go, that's actually really good. So, I think I'm going to go with, maybe Attack there, so it takes out the Bones and does damage around them. I'm going to go with another attack on the Bones, that's going to, again, damage everyone around there. I'm going to go with another Area Effect, it's going to damage them around here. I'm going to defend the Ranger, and then defend the Warden. And that, I think, was a very, very good round. So we've taken out a couple of Bones, and one of them's gone, and the Fanatic's pretty much on half health. The Bones, incidentally, are very, very simple creatures. They do, well, basically either 4 or 3 damage. Right, okay, so we're going to pick up... oh, this is an easy pick for this one. So it's that one there, because then we can cause 1 damage across the board. We've got not terrible rolls. 2 damage is actually okay. That one is... fairly poor. That one is poor as well. We'll re-roll the rest of it. And, come on, Gladiator can get some defense. We'll re-roll the other 2. And, oh, that's actually worked out very, very well. So, we're going to say, use the Repel on the Gladiator because they're attacking... Oh, hang on, wait. Which are they attacking? They're attacking... 2 of them are attacking the Gladiator, so... There you go. And then I'll attack the Bones, which does damage across the board. We're going to attack the Imp, which takes them out, and then Fanatic again. And sadly, we will lose the Soldier. Nothing much I can do about that one. But then the Fanatic goes, and then, yeah, we're back to here. And, oh, okay, that's a rotten... So we've got a replacement in the form of a Fencer for the Ranger. And we've got the Valkyrie in replace of the Warden. And the Valkyrie can... What's that? Target can't die and Resurrection. I'm going to go with the Valkyrie, and we do have an ability left, which is this. +1 to the rightmost pip. Well, how would that even help? Revive the top... top 2 allies. Okay, right, okay, that's not terrible. Yeah, let's keep that maybe. The rest of it's all not really a lot. Actually, wait, what's that one there? I'm going to swap these out. So I'm going to get extra shields. I'm going to get this one here. 4 damage... Well, by default, sorry, it is 4 damage Death Wish, ×2 if I'm dying this turn. But we'll put that on there, which means we heal ourselves. So not only if we are dying, it will give us the extra damage. We'll also heal ourselves and we might not actually be damaged. So the Bones are attacking and the Rotten is summoning. So we don't have to worry about the Rotten. There is some poison, so we'll pick that up. There is 3 damage, which is okay. We'll get that. We'll do a bit of a reroll for the rest of it. There's a shield, which is Shield and Cleanse. I'm going to reroll that one. And we've rolled the Resurrection twice, which is Not great. Anyway, so we've got Bones attacking the Valkyrie. So we're going to say you can take some damage. We'll then take out one of the Bones. We'll then take out another Bones. There we go. So that's going to cause damage across the board. We'll then hit the Rotten with some poison because it's always best to put, I find, some damage on the big boss. And they're going to summon 2 Bones, I think. Oh, no, actually summon an Imp. There we go. And a bit of Plague on them. And, oh, more summoning again and more damage again. And they're hitting the Monk. Okay, so, let's see. More poison. And what are they targeting? Same character again? Yeah, so it's going to have to be... Well, it would be rude of me not to do that. 3 damage, which is actually pretty good. We roll the other 2. That's good because I'll be able to destroy the Imp in one go. And then this is Shield and Rescue. So Shield 2, however, if the character's going to die, you can reuse it. I want to try and reroll to get the damage, and I got the shield. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye, Imp. We're going to say maybe poison on Rotten and damage on Bones, then take out the Bones, which causes damage on the Rotten. And then nobody's getting attacked. I'll just put a bit of defense on there, end the turn, and then we're going to summon another Imp. So, yeah, actually we're doing quite well so far. Well, that's going to be poison across the board here. I don't really like the look of that. And, oh yeah, there's a lot of damage. We'll pick that up. We're going to pick up the defense on the Gladiator. We'll pick up Area Effect, and we'll pick up nothing else. We'll do a reroll on that one. And that's not ideal. Do another reroll on that. It's not terrible. Okay. I can probably take out the Imp this turn, and yeah, yes, I probably can. There we go, and let's just do damage across the board, and basically they're going to take out the soldier. If I do that, they'll take out the soldier. Can I just do it so the Rotten gets destroyed? If I do that. Actually, if I do it in that order, much better. There we go. So, yeah, that's why the undo is really good. And then they're just going to flee. Right, what have we got here? So, it's when an enemy dies, +1 pip to all sides this turn. Pretty good. And Ghost Shield. At the start of each turn, Self Shield 2. Well, I'm picking that up. And then we're going to put that on the Monk, because they're the ones that normally pull damage off other people, so that should be quite good. They have a Sniper, an Alpha, and a Claw. I always got to say a Claw. They're horrible. I hate these characters because they've got loads of damage, and after taking any damage, they just fall back. Okay, right, well... we'll pick up the range, we'll pick up the area of effect, and because that means I can take out the sniper in that way, and I'll re-roll the rest. I mean, they're not terrible. I could defend Valkyrie there and take a lot of damage off them. We'll just re-roll that one, and that's actually pretty good. Okay, so Gladiator. Hit the Alpha for 2 damage. We'll area effect a lot, then we'll shoot the Sniper to take them out. We'll then hit the Alpha again, and then the Monk will defend Valkyrie, which is going to take them down to 1 health, but it means that basically all their health is just stuck on the Monk there, which, yeah, is pretty good for us. So we need to cause 6 damage on Core and 6 damage on Alpha, and immediately we've got area effect. I don't want to use that ability on the Soldier because that'll kill the Monk, but I will use Soldier Can't Die. That's what this ability is. It's let's have a quick look. It is target ally cannot die this turn, so we'll do that. Gladiator's getting attacked for 2, so we'll just say, you know what, defend for 2. Range is going to get hit for 2, but I'm just going to re-roll because if we can get some more damage on the table, then that'll be pretty good. Nothing there, re-roll, and a little bit of damage there. Okay, so can we take out this guy? I don't think we can. No, we can't, but I can cause considerable to... I think actually I can take out the Alpha, and you know what, just take them off the board, and it's just better. And that's interesting. So the Monk's defending the Soldier, but then Valkyrie's saying that the Monk can't die, so this guy can't do anything. But now they can't actually back up anywhere. So what you've seen previously, they sort of backed up, and yeah, they were... let's say Monk can't die. Yeah, they were backing up and going behind the other opponents, which means we couldn't do anything. But yeah, guess what? It can't happen now. So let's just go ahead and it's pretty much yeah, game over with it for them. So fight 14 of 20! Okay, we've got a dancer and a veteran. So the gladiator's already level 2, so we're going to get down to level 3 characters now. The dancer is interesting. So they've got cantrips, so activates during rolling if it lands on face up. We've got damages enemies and pain. And the veteran's just straight up, I'm going to cause a lot of damage. And it's also got a lot more health. I'm quite low on health. I do like the idea of the dancer. But I'm going to go just brute force with veteran, I think. I do want to go with this because they also have gain a reroll. I'm going to go with the dancer just to make it a little bit more interesting, hopefully. And let's replace... It says this has replaced the middle with poison. I'm going to do that on the gladiator because that was only 1 damage and it's fairly poor. So we've got ghosts, gnolls, and ghosts. The gnolls reduce damage taken from dice and abilities by 1. So I'm already going to lose the dancer and Valkyrie. However, if I go with that and that, I should be able to save them. Let's see, was that one, and that one. Okay, I'm definitely going to pick up that. That's probably the best I can do there. And I'll re-roll this. That's poison as well. Okay. So the obvious one is, let's see about maybe doing damage to the ghosts, defend against themselves, and that gets to be reused, and then defend against that one, that gets to be reused. We're going to put some damage on the gnoll, because that'll kill them. That'll kill that gnoll. That will not kill that gnoll, but I'm going to undo it. I'm just going to defend a bit more. Can I put more damage on the ghosts? Yes, I can. No, they can't do anything there because they've got this ability that when it goes past that certain that box, become immune to damage this turn, but next turn I could probably take them out. And bit of damage across the board, but no one's died. And, well, we've managed to take out a couple of their characters, so not too bad. And I think we can kill that top ghost this turn as well, so yeah, let's see how we get on with this one. So I've rolled this thing, which is pretty good. It's a 1 damage cantrip, so basically it activates when you're rolling it, and we rolled it, and yeah, it hit them. Going to go with this Saviour, so the dancer cannot die, and we'll say 3 damage is fine. Let's re-roll the rest of it, and yes, because that might kill the gnoll. That is 1 damage to all enemies in pain. Don't think I need that. Looks like I'm going to get it. So I'm going to say, Dancer, you can't die. Gnoll, you're dead. Soldier's going to hit... Actually, wait. Just hit them there. There we go. The ghost. Okay, that's maybe not the way to go. That's the way to go. So, monk then can't die, end turn. Alright. Again, it's one of those things that the more you play, the more you can sort of see the synergies going on. That'll do me. Accept. It's just 2 damage. There we are. And we've got a glass heart. Death is permanent. +1 pip to all sides. I don't think so. And 2 reeds. +1 pip to all even sides. That'll be good on the gladiator. It would be okay on the soldier. Horrible on the dancer. Not very good on the monk. And terrible on the Valkyrie. I'm going to go with 2 reeds. You can also go with a random one, but I'm not going to. So we're going to put that on the soldier. So we gain all those up to 3 pips, which is good. Spiker, Basilisk, and the Snake. The Basilisk is on hit, turn the attacking side to stone for the fight. So... yeah, on that, it means the attacking side for that side of the dice. Gladiator's going to die, so I'm going to say they can't die. And then we'll re-roll those, and then we'll do area of effect. We'll re-roll, and then we'll re-roll, and... not terrible. So, how are we going to do this? Because 2 people are dying here. Yeah, it's the dancer. Can I take the Basilisk out this turn? I really don't think so. It's not going to happen. The Gladiator can defend themselves. I'm not too bothered about that. In fact, I can take the Snake out. The Snake's gone. Dancer then can't die. And Basilisk takes some damage, and then takes some more damage. That should probably do us. There we go. And what have we got? Oh, that's a really good roll, that one. if they weren't on full health, which they are. So the Dancer and the Gladiator are going to die. Let's defend them. Reroll the rest. And someone else can't die now. Oops. So, what happened there is, they did a cantrip attack, hit, I believe, Spiker, and they basically died. So the Gladiator will defend themselves. Sorry, I'm going to say... no, Gladiator, redirect attacks. So, Basilisk. I can't take them out, but I can certainly do a lot of damage. End the turn. So we've lost a character, but Valkyrie can bring them back if we roll the right thing. Although they are going to die this turn. Let's pick up those. Hopefully we can get the... Yep, there's the revive, and then we'll go for defense. So we'll go for revive. We'll go for kill the Basilisk. It's just... Why would you not? Defend. 8 shields. And then that's redirected to the monk. Like I say, the monk I think is one of my favourite characters. They're really, really good. All the characters have got their own little eccentricities. Nobody's going to die, so I don't need that symbol. No one's needing resing, so I don't need that symbol. And doesn't matter, I'm going to get that symbol. So let's just go with this. And then they're gone. Okay, let's do a level up. So we've got the Gladiator can be replaced with a Brawler, and the Monk can be replaced with the Stalwart. I'm basically going to pick the Brawler because I much prefer keeping the Monk. And that means we've got rid of these 2 reeds, which, if I put them on here, the top 2 will go to extra damage, which is fine. I've also got the middle one, which is poison. I'm going to put that on the Monk, actually, and then we'll continue. Spider, big spider, small spider. And Valkyrie's going to get hit and destroyed this turn. I say destroyed. We're going to defend them. We're going to save ourselves and do a bit of damage. Range damage and a bit of an attack. So save themselves because they've rescued themselves. They get to do that again. And then we'll put it all on the Monk, which is going to be basically a lot of damage. And I'll just take out anything attacking the Dancer, actually, because they lost a lot of health. So yeah, there we go. Taking out a lot of the ads there, so that's fine. So the Monk's taken 3. Ugh. Take 3, 3. Oh, that soldier's going down. I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to accept the fact that the soldier's not going to live. Are they both attacking the soldier? No, they're not. Yeah, the Monk's not going to have a good time at this one, but let's just see how we get on. And reroll this one. And another reroll there because of that cantrip. Another one because of that cantrip. Another hit there, and there we go. So, no, undo that one. No, it's silly. Let's take out Spider. Let's start hitting this guy. And there we go, and this one is basically got nothing, and end the turn. So, lost the soldier. But the Spider is on half health, and Dancer's going to go down this turn as well. Not hopeful on this, I really am not. I don't think... You know what, I might be able to redirect all attacks from the Dancer to the Monk. Is that what that does? Redirect all damage and enemies. Yes, I can redirect all the 8 damage to the Monk. They've got 1 health left. Sorry, they've got 2 health left, and they've got 3 poison, so they're definitely going to die. So I might as well at least try and save... Yeah, I might save one of the characters. That's good damage. So save that character, and then... Well, one character's going to die anyway. There you go. That's because basically if you go over that little symbol, top character dies. But we're getting towards the end of the game. Got 2 characters left. They're on 4 health. I just need to cause 4 health worth of damage. Problem is, these characters... There's a res. These characters are not really the damaging type of characters. So the Dancer can hide. That's what that symbol means. And this is bring someone back. And they're not going to attack. Well, they are going to attack the Dancer, but they can dodge it. Please be, I was going to say, please be a summon or something. There we go. That's all I needed. And there you go. Right. 17 of 20. Fanatic Zombie and Hydra. We have a Sickle. +1 pip to all lowest pip sides. And Bullseye. Engage to the 3 middle columns. Ooh. Imagine that on there. So 3 times the damage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's getting picked up. All day and all like that. All day and all like that's getting picked up. And then we'll put it on the brawler, and then we'll continue. So like I said, I think I already have classed this run as a bit of a success. We haven't obviously won one, but you know, we've got up to this point. There's a character can't die symbol, so we'll pick that up. We'll go for a reroll on the other two. There's a bit of a poison, and I think the soldier's going down regardless. And the dancer's they can hide. So we'll say, what we're going to say. So we can go for basically 6 damage. So I'll do that, and then, no, I'm not. I'm going to do that. How did I take the zombie out like that? I die if I take 4 more damage. Well, that changes things, doesn't it? Okay, and then I could go for the fanatic and then poison, and then it'll die this turn. And then I'm going to save the monk. End turn. And so we've only got one character, well, enemy left, which is the Hydra, which, to be fair, they're going to start biting things. Let's say it can't die. Yeah, why not? Shield, don't need that. There's also a cleanse on that one. So we'll say Valkyrie can't die, and we'll attack, and then defend. And that's actually got a bit of a cleanse on it as well, so if you had poison, it would remove that. But Hydra don't have that. So, what have we got now? Monk defend itself. Go with, again, Valkyrie can't die. There's an extra reroll. I think that's an extra damage, isn't it? I want to get that one there. 4 damage. Come on. Let's get a look out. No. Right, so Monk defend itself. Valkyrie can't die. Bit of damage. We're really on the edge of the seat here on this one. I'm not hopeful on this. No, not with this ability. So this ability here is, it's horrible. Yes, target gets -2 to all pips this turn, and it's on these 3. So, Valkyrie can't die. Well, Dancer will dodge. Then, can the monk do anything else? So we can get maybe poison, if we're lucky. Come on. No, didn't work out. Dance, don't die. Another 3 damage. So the monk and Valkyrie, the monk is basically now useless this turn. Completely useless. Let's save immediately the brawler. What's that there? 3 damage. And plus for every shield they have. Okay. Might be able to do a bit of damage here. And there's poison, but see that? It does actually 0 damage at all. 0 damage poison. That might actually still add poison, you know. I'm going to try it. I don't think it will, though. That's what I wanted to roll. Yes. So, save them. Hit them back. Hit them back. Right. With 18 of 20. Level up. We can change the soldier to Bash. And that's a lot of damage. Or we can go with a monk to a paladin, which has got a lot of damage and some healing. Oh, but I really like the monk. The monk's cool. But the soldier's starting to become a bit useless. I'm gonna go with that. So we've got a couple of things to move on here. Get some more range damage on that one. Plus to the rightmost pip. What's going to have to go on there? Because extra pips on there doesn't help. There we go. There's certain abilities and equipments that allow you to change what's on the characters, and they'll give you, like, say, extra abilities and such. Right. So we're going to pick up that, which is just straight up 5 damage. Why not? That's not great. Let's reroll that one. That's what I wanted. And that's what I wanted. A bit of poison there. Oh, and that's just straight up great. Okay. How do we want to do this? 4 more damage. We'll take out the zombie. Zombie's gone. That's just that one gone. We've got Brawler, does 3 damage, but actually does 6 damage because it's hitting the character for the first time. And let's go with the top one. Sadly, I don't have any ranged to put on that person now. They'll have to push back, but that means now they're all pushed back, which means I can take out that guy, and I can take out that guy. Yes, the wizard's going to summon stuff, but it means no damage across the board. And they've just summoned a couple of bones. I think we can deal with a couple of bones, surely. Hopefully. We'll pick up that. We'll pick up that. That's already those two gone. That and that. And it's pretty much... yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I want to roll. Because it's bones are gone. Bones are gone. And whiz is gone. Couldn't really ask for a better round there. Second heart, plus 1 HP for each HP. What? So the double the HP. And poison dip. Add poison to the top and bottom sides. Ooh, imagine poison with one of them blades. Ooh, yeah, let's pick up that. Let's make a poisoned blade. Let's make a poisoned hammer. And continue. So we've got 3 trolls here. This is just going to be straight up damage and poison. Let's just see what we can do here. And that's 7 damage. I'm going to have to pick it up. I have to pick it up. I'd love the poison, but no. I'm going to use the monk's ability to just mitigate a bit of damage there. And that was a fairly poor last roll. So I'm just going to work from 2 damage across the board. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 9, then this is 9 damage. And that's 10 damage. Right, troll. I can't take them all out, which is a shame. But we'll do that. So the troll's got 1 health. It'll go up to 2 because it's got regeneration. And a lot of people dying here. Let's go with that one. Reroll. Go with that one and that one. This will be hopefully alright. So, sequence of play is... they all take a bit of damage. Save themselves. Save bash. And again, we can reuse this every time we roll it. Can't save the monk, though. Area effect. There we go. Monk's still going to die. Okay. And then just work on one of the trolls. So monk's still going to go down. But we've taken a troll out. The other ones have got not great HP. But we are on a bit less than great HP. Poison hit. Defense on brawler. Someone can't die. And we'll keep re-rolling. And I'll have to pick that one up. So, can we take this troll out? No. We can take that troll out. I'm going to say, who can't die? Bash. Because they're probably the toughest character we've got. And to be fair, I might have been able to re-roll the Valkyrie and get someone back up. Maybe I should have done that, I don't know. Alright, that ability there is excellent. That is stun an enemy with equal or less HP. I've got 1 HP, that's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to win this one. We have... that was more luck than judgment, that one. But we're on the last fight with 3 of the characters on half health. The monk is going to be replaced with a stoic. And then we'll have poison in the middle. And I'm going to shield themselves. So fight 20 of 20. We've got here Archer, a car and a dragon. But we've got so few health and no characters that can heal of any real sort. So I'm not hopeful, truth be told. I'm really not. But we'll do what we can. Reroll them. That's okay. We can stun the archer. That might help. I mean, not really, but what else can we do with them? I can maybe bring some damage to them from that guy, but this will have to do. Okay, so bring them back there. Take out that person. Back the dragon for a lot of damage. Save the brawler completely. The Stoke's going to go down. Valkyrie's still here. Felt like a... not terrible. But the dragon's got now 5 poison, which is excellent. There's even more poison. There's even more damage on Valkyrie. Has any of these guys got ranged? No. No. The Dancer has actually. If I can get ranged on the Dancer, that'd be excellent. You know what? That'll do. So, Valkyrie caused loads of damage because they're going to die. Dragon's going to die. But so is Dancer. But the main character's gone. I think we might have just clutched this. And there we go. Whew. Classic normal mode. That was Slice and Dice. Stats. Classic normal, victory. We had the Brawler, level 1. Really? Oh, level 3 Brawler. Which just taking out 1 enemy. Bash, level 10. Sorry, level 3. 5 enemies for the Dancer, level 3. 3 for Stoic. And 3 for Valkyrie. No, 1 for Valkyrie, level 3. There's all the abilities. Time, just under an hour. 65 kills, damage taken 304, blocked 143, healed 10. So look, we didn't have a healing build. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. New hero unlocked red, new hero unlocked blue, and now we've got a new mode unlocked shortcut. So we do have over here your sort of ledger, and there's all the characters, and you can see there is a lot of characters. A lot of characters. Like I say, it's great that you can play your games from, well, in this case, Android, via the official Google Play Games app that I downloaded. I don't know if it's an app or if it's a program, whatever you want to call it. I just downloaded it from the Play Store. And yeah, it does work. It actually says it's compatible but not optimized, even though I know that you can buy it for PC. Just is what it is. But yeah, that's a bit of Slice and Dice. If you're here, then you're probably the only one, because it's a bit of a niche game, not really suitable for the usual content on the channel, but I've been very much enjoying it. I'm always the case of I'd like to make videos that some people really like than a couple of videos that, you know, people sort of a bit ambivalent over. But yeah. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, by all means let me know. By all means in the comments put any things you think we could have done better, any different runs you would like to see, that sort of thing. And as always, yeah, hope you have enjoyed it again. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and generic partings.